An effective leader is one who impacts positively on his followers. These can best describe the Nigerian's Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede. In our search to find out if the COAS First Soldier mantra is being implemented and how the Nigerian Army personnel are relating with the public, we continued our assessment visit to the Nigerian Army participation in joint operations, Nigerian Army divisions and unit nationwide, with a tour of its two divisions of the Nigerian Army and joint operation Udoka in the southeast. We began with a visit to the headquarters 82 Division of the Nigerian Army Enugu, where we met the General Officer Commanding GOC 82 Division of the Nigerian Army, who also doubles as the Commander, Joint Task Force Operation Udoka, Major Jan Oluyemi Olatoye. The GOC spoke on security situation in his area of responsibility.
The security situation in all the states right now are relatively stable and firmly under control. Before now, people used to find it difficult to move around on Mondays, especially in the southeast states. But I will tell you that looking at the concept of national security, which entails the government, the people, and of course the security agencies, these three major actors have done a lot in ensuring security in these states. What I'm saying in essence is whatever you are seeing in the southeast states has to do with the collaboration of the government, the people, and the security agencies. It's not just us. It is because the government is willing to provide the guidelines and at the same time safeguarding the lives and property of people that they are in charge of.
To find out specifics, the situation in Enugu State, we met with the Commander 82 Division Garrison, Brigadier General Stephen Dogo, who disclosed the impactfulness of the COAS Soldier First mantra in making Enugu State safer.
Chief of Army Staff's Soldiers First mantra is actually one that we hold dear to our hearts in 82 Division as a whole. And following the General Officer Commanding's command direction, you know, one of the tenets of the mantra is sound administration. And if you look at sound administration, it goes to tell you that we do everything within the reach of our powers to see that the soldiers' welfare is addressed to the fullest and to the latter. And that's why you see the Chief of Army Staff has improved the ration cash allowance of soldiers from 1,500 to 3,000 naira per soldier, and this is being fully implemented. Also, you know, issues of leave and passes are also taken care of by the soldiers whenever the need arises. And the General Officer Commanding has also directed that we come up with what we call a leave and pass roster, where we make sure that these soldiers enjoy these benefits.
Our next point of call was the garrison response area in Nsukka, where we were received by the officer in charge.
This location is strategically positioned to curb the activities of proscribed groups in the southeast and kidnappers that operate along this road. As you can see, while we are coming, you see that both sides are filled with bushes. So, but the presence of the troops here and the intensive operations, patrols, ambushes, and raid, those activities of the proscribed groups and the kidnappers have reduced to the barest minimum, sir. And in line with the Chief of Army Staff First Soldiers mantra and the directive from the Garrison Commander, who is also the commander of Sector 1, Joint Task Force Southeast, Operation Udoka, to adequately train the troops and administer them. We have made series of efforts, several efforts, to train them on weapon handling, anti-ambush drills, stripling and assembling. so that they'll master their weapons and operate effectively.
To confirm if the soldiers are benefiting from the COAS Soldier First policy, we spoke with some soldiers.
Let me thank the Chief of Army Staff on the welfare to troops. He has taken soldiers first in his administration, and he has been doing a lot of things to us. We have experienced a lot of changes in his administration. So I am appreciating him for all he has done. And I also pray that God will give him the wisdom and the strength to meet up the challenges of the command.
This response area, from here we carry on day and night patrol. We visit the community. The host community are very cooperative, and when there is any issue, they call on us, and they always thank us and thank the army based on our times arrival at any incidents. And we also thank the Chief Army Staff for providing the logistic support for the patrol. Anytime the community call upon, we respond to them, and we say thank you, the Chief Army Staff, for providing the logistic patrol. If you have admin issue, we are released to go and solve our admin problem, and we are feeding, and the allowance are coming regularly. So we say thank you to Chief Army Staff.
We sought to find out if the people are feeling the positive impacts of the presence of the Nigerian army in their communities. Two traditional rulers, a clergyman, a local government official, and youth leader gave us their views.
We have been having cordial relationship with the Nigerian army in this Nsukka zone. They have been patrolling both day and night. And we are happy with them, because without the Nigerian army, this OP Nsukka road, nobody would have been passing it because of kidnappers. Our people cannot forget the army, the Nigerian army, because as old as creation, water is a problem in our community. And it appears like the Chief of Army Staff wear our shoe and know where the pinches are by providing us good potable water. We are very, very grateful.
I've been having problems for a very long time, but since Army faced us, we are now sleeping. We can move to anywhere, both day and night. But I'm still begging for more help and more support because of all this kidnapping.
Period to this time, this place had been into one crisis or the other due to continuous kidnapping issues that occurs on this road, Opienugu Road. So we want to appreciate the army immensely and greatly because their intervention had given credence and safety to the lives and property of individuals within this community and the local government at large.
Existence of a Nigerian army and Nsukka local government have actually brought a relief to the peaceful coexistence to our well-being, because they actually beefed up the security of our dear local government. The youth of Nsukka, we are peaceful. But in a situation whereby there occur any iota of chaos and violence, we actually experience the presence of the militaries who calm situation down. Their presence and the cooperation between the youth and the military in the Nsukka government have been cordial. And the intelligence gathering, most times we relate it to the military, and they attend to our need as at when required.
In the first instance, when we were growing up, each time we hear, as kids, when we hear there is army, everybody will be running. But recently, when we get closer to this place, we realize that armies are our friends. That is number one. Number two, that without army, you can't boast of security. This road has been death trap. When we have mass land here. When we are acquiring this land, the first thing that some people were asking me, say, how do you allow the church to be a massive such size of property in the location where kidnappers are just carrying people every day, den of kidnappers? So I pray, but when I prayed, God said that is where the ark will rest. It's okay. I won't be looking at the challenges. Let me look at God who have commanded us. But as God will have it, God gave us his own people, and he released armies here, garrison commander, and other commanders around. They have been working to see that we are safe here and we are happy.
One pillar of General Oluyede's command philosophy, which is jointness, is another factor for successes in Enugu State, as the garrison commander confirmed to us.
I think the relationship between the garrison and the people first is very cordial. Yes, in time past, there's some perception that the military are out to kill the people of the Southeast, but that is very wrong. As I speak to you, the relationship is very, very cordial, and that of the state too. It's been a wonderful working relationship between the garrison, the 82 division, and the state.
The governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, thanked the Nigerian Army leadership for helping to make Enugu State a safe haven.
The then Chief of Army Staff was also very supportive, and in fact, even the current chief, they've all been very, very supportive. The 82 Div and all the other security agencies, the SDS, the DSS, of course, we were able to work with them. I cannot, in fact, say enough about those people. We would have obviously not be where we are today in terms of the safe city we're witnessing if we don't have this collaboration, this global collaboration, the Army, the DSS, the police, and in fact, even the Air Force, so, and just recently again, the Navy, because we have a Navy base that is going on in Zowani, which should be ready sometime this year. So the collaboration here is what has brought us to where we are today in terms of the safety we're experiencing. The GOC, the SDS, of course, the CP, the AOC, and of course the Air Force Commander, and all that. When we have our security meeting here, it's just like what we refer to in Igbo land as Imobi, where brothers have come to, just share, their views on opinion on things. You don't see any tension. You see people working for one common objective.
From Enugu State, our crew moved to Anambra State, where we visited 302 Artillery Regiment in Onitsha, where the commanding officer, Colonel Bitrus Yakubu, gave a breakdown on the state of security in Anambra State and the implementation of the Soldier First mantra.
The security situation in our AOR has been tense over the time and under control now. Before now, the terrorists were in control of some villages, especially in here local government, places like Mbosi, Iseke, Lilu, and Osumogu. But with the effort of the military, in collaboration with other security agencies, the terrorists were pushed out of the forest. Now, I can categorically tell you that none of the villages is being held by these terrorists. They are operating, they are all in the forest now, and we are taking the fight to them to the forest. We are able to push them out of the forest, and we are taking the fight to them now. Chief of Army Staff command philosophy stands on a basic and 4 basic pillars, which include leadership, sound administration, professionalism, and combat readiness. In terms of sound administration, which has to do with soldiers' welfare, it is being implemented from the strategic level down to the operational and tactical level here. In terms of the RCA, the Chief of Army Staff taught it well that the RCA of a soldier should be increased by 100%. That particular move has been felt by all the soldiers of this unit.
We spoke with 2 soldiers in the barracks and they thanked the Chief of Army Staff for the Soldier First mantra.
I wish to thank the Chief of Army Staff for renovation is going in our barrack. At least we thank God. Many of our block is bad, but coming of this Chief of Army Staff, many of the building now at least is under renovation.
For his efforts, tremendous efforts on the welfare of troops of the Nigerian Army, for increasing the RCA from 1,500 that it used to be to what it is now, to 3,000 naira.
Our crew from Onitsha moved to the forward operating base in Nawfija, where we were received by the officer commanding, Captain Augustine Okpara.
We are special forces, so we are always ready. We've dominated this whole area. Initially, when we came here, this place was very rough. The criminal elements, the IPOP, they used to come, attack, kidnap people, snatch vehicles. But when we arrived here, we dominated everywhere, we patrol, we took the fight to them. Went to their camps, deal with them, make arrests. So with the effort we've achieved, or the success we've achieved there so far, it's as a result of our constant patrol, raid operations based on intelligence report from the vigilantes who have here and some of the locals, those ones that are willing to give us information. But since that time, the place has been a bit peaceful.
Here, the soldiers were full of praises for the Chief of Army Staff.
Thank the present Chief of Army Staff for good job. He has imparted on us since he came into the power. May God bless him. I was fortunate to work with him when he was in amphibious training school. He did a very good job as a commander then, and now still doing the good work. We really appreciate him.
Here in this our location before, we don't have medical equipment, but him coming to office, he provided that for us. Really appreciate that. And in our welfare, in terms of pass, we are really enjoying the pass. We do go pass of 21 days. We really appreciate him, and we pray to God that keep on protecting him.
The traditional ruler in Nawfija community, Igwe Clifford Okeke, and the President General Nawfija community, Prince Ofobike Okoli, spoke on how helpful the Nigerian army has been to their community and its environs.
The people of Nawfija, the people of Urumba South, the people of Anambra State, we are very grateful to him. Because I don't know how we have managed without the presence of these soldiers. I have been longing to see the commander on the chateau. Thank him for posting these soldiers. We are very happy with them.
Since the presence of the military in Nawfija, we've not recorded one incident. And then secondly, the relationship between the men of the Nigerian army and the community is highly commendable. I'm not saying it because I enjoy a good relationship with them. I'm saying it as a result of what I have also gathered from my people and friends around.
Imo State, which hitherto was the hotbed of various deadly criminal activities of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOP, and Eastern Security Network, is now gradually returning to normalcy due to the renewed vigor by the troops of the Nigerian Army in 34 Artillery Brigade, Obinze, Imo State. The brigade commander, Brigadier General Ibrahim Abbas, spoke on the impact of the Chief of Army Staff's sound administration and the efforts of the brigade in provision of security for the people in the state.
Since I assumed command here, one of the major directives of the General Officer Commanding 82, the Major General Otio Olatoye, has been that take care, welfare of the soldiers. He has always taken that as a very, very important pillar of the Chief of Army Staff, and he really keeps on hammering on that. And that is why anything that has to do with their welfare has been taken seriously. If I may start from the administrative part, when it comes to the issue of their welfare in terms of passes, in terms of accommodation, their ration cash allowance. All this have been taken care of. In fact, even the men, just to encourage we commanders, anytime we request for troops from the General Officer Commanding, he doesn't just send the troops like that. He always used to send them with their RC and their ops allowance. That's to tell you that if he from his own side is doing that, who am I not to take care of the soldiers down here?
From the brigade headquarters, we moved to one of the brigade garrison response area, where the brigade garrison commander, Lieutenant Colonel Jude Abor, spoke on their operations and implementation of the COAS sound administration policy.
Oh, the morale is very, very high. In fact, immediately the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Loyode, took over. The first thing he looked at was the admin of our soldiers. Looking at his philosophy, which is putting the soldiers first, the ration cash allowance was increased to about 3,000 naira. And you can see with that, the soldiers were highly motivated. In fact, for the past 2 months, I've not had a reason to doubt any of these soldiers. And most of the successes recorded here, I will give a plus to the soldiers, because without them, I don't see us pushing these people out of this community.
The 34 Artillery Brigade Forward Operating Base in Okigwe was next to be visited. We were received by the officer commanding, Captain Rafa Mosso, and he spoke on the implementation of the COAS Soldier First mantra.
My men are their morale is always high. They are one of the best. In short, they are the best that I have, because the morale, we are being motivated from the Chief of Army Staff. And through our brigade commander, he has been so supportive, and he also boosts our morale at all times. And that makes me and my troops to give our best to deliver. Because once our morale is high, definitely we will deliver.
Sergeant Ayuba and Private Oluwatoye thanked the Chief of Army Staff for taking care of their welfare.
To use this opportunity to appreciate the Chief of Army Staff, because since he have come to be our chief, at least we have seen a lot of improvement in so many areas. Even our medicals, at least they are trying. We really appreciate him. May God bless him.
I'm using this opportunity to thank the Chief of Army Staff for the provisions of the armored vehicle and his intervention in the scene to the well-being of the soldiers and the troops of the 197 SF Battalion attached to FOB Okigwe.
On behalf of officers and soldiers of 82 Division, the General Officer Commanding, Major General Olatoye, promised that in line with the policies of the Chief of Army Staff, they will continue to ensure that the people in their AOR remain safe.
The Nigerian Army is people-centric. Whatever we are doing is in support of national security objectives. The personnel of the Nigerian Army were selected from the people, trained, and they have become instruments that the government use in pursuit of national security. I want the people of the Southeast states and Cross River states to note that all the government is doing is to safeguard the well-being of its people and giving them the best, most importantly, socioeconomic development. I also want the people to note that the Army is always a reflection of its people. They should stop separating themselves from the Army. We also look forward to so many of us joining the Army. It is your presence in the Army that gives the Army further foundation to pursue national security objectives.
The implementation of General Olufemi Oluyede's Soldier First mantra is helping to motivate officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army nationwide, and particularly in 82 Division area of responsibility, even as the preparation for the end of the year activities. Elizabeth Ango reporting.